Hello and welcome to Bay of Funny Fortunes. My name is Natalie. I'm an empath, intuitive card reader, and other stuff, yada yada. And I'm here today to do the reading for the sign of, where am I, Scorpio, for the time period from July 1st through to the 31st, 2018. So let's just get your shuffle up, Scorpio. And before I get into it, I just want to say I'm burning my candle this evening from intuitivecandles.com. It is the Imperial Sandalwood. Just a heavenly scent. Almost a luxurious, rich, but it's subtle at the same time. It's hard to explain. Anyways, 100% soy-based candles light and reveal your hidden gift within the candle. And they're beautiful gems and stones, all kinds of nice stuff. Go to intuitivecandles.com. They're running a promotional right now. You can save 10% off your order. Use the promo code BOFF and the number 10. It just stands for Bay of Fundy Fortunes, and 10 is for the 10% off. Use that code, you'll get 10% off. Intuitivecandles.com. There you go. All right. Now let's get into your shuffle here, Scorpio. I really do like the smell of sandalwood. Very, if you don't want anything overpowering, you catch whiffs of it and it's like, oh, what is that? And you realize it's coming from the candle. It's really nice. I don't like overpowering smells. It kind of gets you between the eyes and make you wince, like, oh, it's strong, like a strong perfume. No. Light and subtle. Scorpio. What kind of trouble are you going to be in this month, Scorpio? You're all over the board. Sometimes you guys have a good reading, and then when you go down real bad. Go away. Go back to the earth where you came from. Damn June bugs. Okay, I'm going to do one run through, and then I'm going to cut the deck. Okay. As this deck stands of the top 5 cards, the cards that are meant for the general free public reading for the sign of Scorpio are the top 5 cards, the cards that are meant for the Scorpio general reading. That's good enough for me. You may stop. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you. All right. Here we go, Scorpio. Bring you down here so you can watch the spread unfold. Very first card in your overall energy. We've pulled the Two of Wands. It's all about vision. Here's your first card, overall energy. Card number 2, we're looking at, oh, in your finances and wealth, we've got the Moon, illusion. Okay. And card number 3, in your hearth, your home, your intimate love. Ah, 7 of Swords. I'll tell you, Scorpio, your readings are always, one never knows what's coming. That's what I get. The Scorpio readings, we never know what's coming. So the next one is your challenges, and we're looking at the King of Swords. It's all about ambition. Okay. And your last and final card here, your message from Spirit, the 8 of Swords and restrictions. Jeez. You add any more drama to this, Scorpio? Really, you know. Good heavens. Oh, this is your reading. This is it. All right. There we go. I missed my lights here up over the whale. I gotta rearrange these yet. Put them back over there. It's like there's something missing. I hate that. Oh, no. Yeah. Maybe tomorrow. Your very first card we're looking at here is the Two of Wands, and it is about having, you know, if this is going to apply to somebody having visions of the future, it shows that you have a belief and a hope for things to be different, things to be better, things to go a certain way. You dare to believe and dare to hope, dare to have visions. It takes courage sometimes to let yourself go there. You know, sometimes you want something so bad in your heart. It could be anything, but it's something that you ache for and you yearn for. And you would never utter the words out loud, I wish to have. You're afraid to, for somebody. You're afraid to allow yourself to have visions. While the rest of you are having visions and you're not afraid to, and it takes some courage. If you've been hurt, like romantically, love-wise, if you've been hurt that way, you'd be very hesitant to allow yourself to go there again. And then down the road, that could change to, yearning to want to fall in love again, to want to, in my mind, you make yourself vulnerable. My mind's poisoned from all that. You know, it's just, sometimes you get hurt so deeply. And for some people never come back from that. I've met people that were just wonderful human beings, wonderful people, and they refused to get into a relationship with anybody ever again, and they stayed that way. That's fine for some people, I suppose, but it was pain that drove them to do that, not just the choice. It was almost like they had no choice in order to protect themselves. Um, you know, I've said that. I don't ever want to be vulnerable that way again. I don't ever want to feel that way about anybody ever again. Because it seems to leave you wide open to put that much trust into a situation or a relationship that it's going to carry through, and there's a happily ever after. Um, you know, it's I don't know. For everybody, it's different. But some people are driven by pain, and that's sad when it is that they've chosen to remain singular and alone rather than to share their life with somebody, um, because they're afraid of getting hurt, or they're never going to go down that road again. Therefore, that'll guarantee they'll never be hurt. And that's a sad thing. That's what's coming out with this. This is crazy, but it's kind of heavy and kind of deep for the first card, eh? Your overall energy. Um, this card also shows some of you looking for a better a better way, a better teacher, a better partner, coming in twos, unity, creativity is being highlighted, communications are being highlighted. There's some travel involved for some of you here as well. Somebody's going to work on some kind of a job or a project with somebody else. There's just two of you. So what's the point? What's the point in me knowing that? I think sometimes we cut ourselves off short. I got a part of a message, and then I'm not getting the tail end of it. This can also be a card to inspire some to return to education, to find more enlightenment even. It shows a growth either intellectually, emotionally, spiritually going on. Some of you are yearning for that, always aspiring for better. There's romance highlighted as well for somebody. This card's also about how some people become automatically attracted to each other on different levels. I don't mean just romantically, but yes, it does include romance. To like-minded individuals, we say that, you know, the experts, whoever they are, say we're most attractive to our mirror image. There's something we recognize in a person that makes us feel comfortable and happy when we're with them. There's something there that, you know, it's like a plug and an outlet. They just fit. There's no question. There's no doubt. They just do. It is what it is. And sometimes people meet. It just is what it is. Instant something to draw them. They're like-minded. They're so much alike. Does that mean happily ever after? No, it could. But it could mean a partnership that could last a lifetime as well. In other ways, it could be a friendship. It could be a business partnership. Or it could be romantic, marriage, family, the whole 9 yards. It could mean all of these things. That's very, very true. Um, Communications are highlighted with this card. There's a lot of interacting going on. And I'm hearing right now that interacting, the motivation behind it's a big thing. It's a big deal. But you're at a place where the interactions are really, really still lighthearted right now. Ideas kind of being thrown around and bounced around over something here. A collaboration of some kind where people are all going to come together and work for the same final end towards something. There's building going on, like literal building, hammers, nails, the whole bit. I'm not sure what that is. I'm just telling you what's coming through, and that's what's coming through for somebody. And everything's just light right now. Everything's up in the air. There's been no concrete, solid decisions made. Nobody signed anything on the dotted line yet. So go with the flow. If everything's lighthearted and kind of looks misplaced right now, then so be it. But just go with the beat of that drum. Whatever it is. What a strange message. Nice keywords with this card, though. We're looking at, I love this word, inspiration, because it means so much. But that's one of your first keywords is inspiration, and then followed by romance. Like-minded people. Or person. And when the two come together that are like-minded, no matter what form you're coming together in, it's going to you're going to enrich each other's lives. Your life will become much richer with this person in it. We're looking at that. Your horizons will be broadened in life. Your second card we're looking at here is the moon. Artistically, I love this card. Probably the most out of them all on this deck. It is La Lune. It's the moon. And it's all about illusion. This is a very deep, heavy card usually. It's falling in your financial sector. So don't be taken in. You got to put your guard up, put your spidey senses on. And when your instincts and your gut's telling you not to trust a situation, you better listen to it this time round. Or you could end up being very, very regretful for not listening when something was telling you something wasn't quite right. It's got to do with your money situation. Something doesn't feel right. Some kind of interaction between you and someplace else or someone else. And something doesn't feel quite right. And it's really, really angling on your last nerves. It's bothering you. It's preoccupying your mind. Your gut's singing that something's wrong. You better listen to it. That's a big, big red flag coming off this card, feeling heat right there. Which just means there's a lot of power behind that message. It's a hot one. Try to remain as logical as you can during the month of July. Try to take, this is hard to do, to remind yourself because you're going to forget, but here's the message. Try to take a logical, grounded approach to everything that's going on in the month of July for you. Remain grounded and realistic. That's going to work in your favor. It's also going to speed up. It's going to speed up the your travels is what it's going to do, and the moments in your life, everything's going to come a little bit sooner, a little bit faster. Um, Work the best way forward for you as well. Try to put yourself as priority number one. And I know sometimes, Scorpio, that can be hard for you. You put others in front of your own needs, and that's part of what makes up a Scorpio. They're very loyal and devoted to those that they care about. Um, if you're searching for some answers on some things, tune into your or turn into your intuition. You're going to find that there's more answers there for you than not that you're looking for. You know when the truth sings in your belly, you know the truth is singing. You have to heed that, and you have to stop, and you have to listen to it and consider it, whatever it's bringing forward to you. Um, Speaking of heeding, heed your dreams and your visions and your feelings right now as well. Pay attention to what's going on spiritually, what you're hearing, what you're feeling, what you're sensing. Pay attention to that right now. Any flashes, any visions, pay attention to those as well. Um, you're being given an advantage by seeing these things or having these dreams. You're being given an advantage, so please take advantage of it. Your keywords for this card are the unconscious, doubt, dilemmas, sadness, the past, and fear. There's a lot going on with this card. I'm hearing there's a fear there for somebody facing poverty. Their fear of facing poverty. They've been there once before. They've done it. They got the t-shirt. They know all about it already. It's grown their character, the whole 9 yards, and all those cliches that go along with being poor. They don't want to go there again. You be really careful with who you get involved with. Do your own fact check. I'm getting that in like all the readings for everybody to do their own fact finding. Do your own work. Don't listen to gossip and hearsay from other people. Even if you think the source is good, you got to go directly to the source to get your facts straight before you make any moves at all. That's the energy seems to be going through all the readings. Not this card, but the same message keeps coming up. All right? You've got to take responsibility for your own actions, therefore do your own work. That's what's coming across here. And that's in your financial sector, so there's a red flag going up there for you to pay attention to that. For the whole month of July, so you come out smelling like a rose. Roses bloom in July. Around here they do. Now we're looking at some kind of a loss. Seven of Swords is falling into your private sector, your home, your life, your love. This is a Thief card of tarot, usually indicating, giving you a heads up to pay attention to make sure you lock your doors and windows, like literally secure your life that way. Don't leave, don't leave things laying around your apartment that are valuable. Make sure things are put away. Women, don't leave your purse just laying on the kitchen table or hanging off the back of the chair. Put it away in your room, hang in your closet, wherever you put it. Don't leave valuables out. That would tempt anybody. Question who you bring in your home and let into your life is another piece of advice coming through. And again, with the intuition, if it's telling you not to trust a person or a situation, then don't trust. Listen to it. It will never steer you wrong. Follow your gut feeling. Stay away from negative people if you can at this time as well. Energies, like we've got all these planets, there's like 5 or 6 of them, I think, again, going retrograde, all pretty much at the same time. Talk about spinning out of control, eh? And but the energies are erratic. A lot of things are erratic. That's what we're going to go through. The good, the bad, and the ugly, as they say. But it's coming at all. Like I've been feeling it already. The last Mercury retrograde, I got through it unscathed completely. It's like, as a matter of fact, it had a different effect. The whole retrograde was very calming. My life was very kind of calm and quiet, you know, not busy and loud or exciting, or just calm and quiet. Everybody else was falling apart around me because of the retrograde. But it's like now it's making up for it. Like you wouldn't believe the week that I've had. The last week's been really rough. I feel like I've aged 20 years, you know. But the planets, they're just like, here's to put it simple, the power of these planets when this happens. We've got the moon. That's our satellite to Earth, right? And when the moon changes in its phases, it affects the largest oceans in the world, all over the world, depending on the phase, the pull and the push of the moon, depending where it's at, and it changes every second of every day. But it's like out here at the Bay of Fundy. We have the highest tides in the world. And when the moon's going through its phases, it affects that bay like there's no tomorrow. That's a scientific fact. If that's the case, and it is the case, what do you think that moon does to us little humans that we're more water than we are anything else? What do you think it does to us? It does a lot. It affects us. It does. Physically, it affects us. That's the way of it. So now we got 6 planets going retrograde. What do you think that's going to do? It's just common sense. It's logical. It's going to have one wacky, screwy effect on everybody. All right, in one form or another. I'm feeling it now, and I'm almost starting to take it personal. What did I ever do to you? I say to the universe, what did I ever do to you? Come on already. I didn't do anything bad. I try to be the best person I can. I do, because I know the universe watches me every second of every day. So my integrity is always at 100%. I can't slide from it. I'm not the perfect person. No, I make mistakes. I'm human, but I do my best. But stay away from negative people. They're going to suck you dry if you don't. You need all the energy that you can muster up to get through this period. Just the same as the other signs. Everybody's going through it. So when people, I don't know, here we go. I don't know. It's just the message has to come through for somebody. But there's somebody that's got somebody else younger, and it's a male, and they're hanging around your house. If you're in the garage, they're right there. If you're in your basement, they're right there. That's like whenever you're home, this person just seems to appear. And they've become a part of the furniture almost. You've got to watch yourself around this person. As friendly and sweet as they may seem, you're being warned against. You're asking yourself, what's in this for him? What is he getting out of coming here? It's got to be more than just liking me as a buddy. What's going on? And you're right to probably feel that way. Keep your feelers up. You're being told. Be on your guard. Keywords for this card are theft and negative people, insecurity, mistrust, and protection. That's within the realms of your home, in your home life. There's something that's kind of a little off kilter, or you're suspecting that it is. So you need to sit up and pay attention. That's probably for 1 or 2 people out of thousands, so it doesn't, probably resonate with everybody. I'd be surprised if it did resonate with a lot of people. So, moving on, we're looking here at your challenges. We've got the King of Swords. It's all about ambition. And what the heck's going on there for you, Scorpio? This is a really good, if this turns out to be somebody that's in your life, you couldn't ask for somebody better to be in your corner. This is a very, very clever person. This is somebody that has strong leadership qualities about them. They're very self-confident. They're a standalone kind of person, but yet they're not standoffish. They're just standalone. They do everything themselves. They're hands-on. Um, but they're very warm. They're very practical. They're very logical. Um, and he can offer you like really strong, calm, logical judgment if you have a go-to person, and this is him. You're lucky that he's there. Um, this is a card as well, and you may struggle with this through the month. These are your challenges, but this is a card more of it's more about mental clarity than it is emotional. It's more about seeing. Oh, I just seeing the light is what I just heard. Somebody just seeing the light now. You know, um, waking up, and there's mental clarity and agility. You're able to shift gears a lot easier. There's no more shadows. Everything is lit and illuminated. Um, you're also being told at this time it's good to give of yourself to others. This covers many different areas. It could be in a confrontation, or it could just be whatever. But if there's something going back and forth between you and somebody else, you can show compassion for the other person. Let's just hypothetically say it's some kind of like a debate, and they're really making their points, and it's emotional for them, and they're being very businesslike, very hard, very serious. You know, you can show compassion to them and say, "I know how you feel. I'm sure I know how you feel, or I can imagine how you must feel, and I understand where you're coming from, but I'm not doing that. I don't agree to that. I'm not going there. You have to stand your own ground. You can be compassionate to others while being very fair to yourself. Don't put yourself out there at any expense for anybody at this time. All right? Don't stick your neck out for anybody at this time. You've got to watch for that. These are the heads up that you're being given. Your keywords for this card are fairness and balance, decisions, strength, justice, support, decisions based on facts. Hard, cold facts. Facts never change. Not ever. Remember that. It's all about the truth. And now, you've got the Eight of Swords, and this is your message from Spirit. So, when this card shows up, it shows you you're right on the precipice of change. There's change because that's what eights are all about, changes. Sometimes restrictions are good. They're not all bad. All right? You may need to tighten your financial belt up a bit. There may be, that could be a restriction for you. There could be a restriction from inactivity. Don't become inactive. Um, for some, what I'm hearing here for you is finding yourself with that being restricted. I can't even make restricted in a relationship. It's not a two-way street, is what I'm hearing for somebody. You're saying that you're hearing that this isn't a two-way street. The scales here aren't balanced. There's one weighing more than the other, right? That's for somebody out there. Restrictions on the job for some, not having as much maneuvering room within your job that you had. They're cutting back on certain things. It's a heavy card. I don't want to say the wrong things. I'm asking Spirit to lead me on this one. Trying to handle restrictions that were never in place before. Somebody else could have gotten involved in a romantic relationship with somebody in one form or another is not free to commit to you. So the relationship's gone on a lockdown, is what it is. This other person's not free to commit. Their plate of life is too full at this time. They don't have time for a relationship. Or then there's the other, more darker, sinister side. They're already spoken for. They're already in a relationship. They're not free to commit to you. I'm not judging you. It just is what it is, right? Of putting it out there that somebody's going through that right now. And you're feeling the restrictions. So you're asking yourself, do I stay or do I go? What do I do? Only you can answer that. And if you choose to stay and continue in this liaison with this person that you shouldn't be spending time with, that's how you feel. You're telling yourself, I know this is wrong. This is wrong. All right, so you made a decision. You decide you're going to carry on with the affair. Here's the thing. Don't get pissed at the other person, the one you're having the affair with, when it all goes sour. You chose to remain. You could have left at any time. So don't, if it all goes south, don't blame just them. Take your own responsibility for that, because it's the odds are against your relationship lasting because of the situation. There's the truth of it. The odds are against you. Most people don't leave their spouses and their families for a hot love affair. They just don't do it. They don't break their lives up for it. There's the bottom line with that. There's just a bit of truth anyways for those that it applies to. Your keywords for this, for some. Remember, please, this is a general reading. It may not resonate or mean anything to you at all. But there's separation, there's fear, there's burdens, there's boundaries, there's being stuck, stagnant, caught between a rock and a hard place. A lack of vision could happen as well, not seeing, looking at the big picture. And for some of you really smart, saying, well, no, there's never going to be a future there. It's just always going to be living in the moment with this person, and then the moment's gone, it's done, it's till the next moment. There's no future, no long-term big picture, nothing like that. Realization, the waking up, the whole bit, you're waking up and seeing the truth. But change, big change coming up for somebody in their personal life. Well, that was it. There you go, Scorpio. Okay, I hope you enjoyed your reading. I hope you got something from it. If you'd like to have a personal private reading, go down below this video window in the Show More section, read through it once, grab my email, ship it off. I'll get you taken care of as soon as I can. And also, you can find us on Facebook under Bay of Fundy Fortunes, under groups. Please join us there. It is a closed group. It is a private group. It's very relaxing. It's full of like-minded individuals just like me and just like you. It's a great place to be. And if you're looking for me, find me right here in Bay of Fundy Fortunes. You'll find me walking down to the cove, walking along the beach, along the water's edge, that hold the highest, mightiest tides in the whole planet, the beautiful and the bountiful Bay of Fundy. And no matter where you find me, you'll always catch me waiting with one eye, waiting on the next high tide. Keep the peace in, walk in the peace, do something kind for somebody today. Maybe we'll change the world one person at a time. Hope to see you back here. I'm going to try to get back for the mid July readings to see how the month is rolling around. Enjoy the month of July. It only comes by once a year. So enjoy the summer while you can. Very, very best of luck to everybody. Bye for now, Scorpio.